Hello, I'm Adora, founder of the Soul Institute for Quantum Living. Thank you for joining, whether you're enjoying joining in person this evening or joining later. So happy that you're here. So the Soul Institute for Quantum Living is my latest project. It is a co-creative educational platform. And even though it's being seeded right now, and we're building the structure from my personal platform from Adora Winquist, eventually we're going to invite other thought leaders and visionaries in the field of vibrational medicine, plant medicine, and alternative healing to come and share their great wisdom and divine knowledge in service of the greater good of all. So if you're curious, why the name Soul Institute for Quantum Living? Well, my belief, my philosophy is that our soul work is our soul work, and that we all have a unique gift and offering to first come to understand within ourselves, then to further excavate, and then to bring to the world to create greater benevolence here, to create that heaven on earth, which is a core mission of the Soul Institute for Quantum Living. Quantum living, what is that? Or quantum alchemy. So quantum living is using aspects of alchemy to transform any places of limitation in our lives where we have patterns of being in survival mode, and taking those and shifting them to create greater expressions of our truth, our freedom, and our highest natures of being, so we can truly move into a life of thriving. So tonight's event is on transmuting patterns of limitation. And for those of you that are new to my work, every meditation that I guide, we combine an aspect from the plant kingdom and from the mineral kingdom, because they have a beautiful complementary vibrational patterning that works synergistically to move into the very deep places of our being, whether it's repairing levels of the auric field, whether it's activating aspects within our DNA, clearing or awakening through the cellular consciousness, lifting out all patterns of density and dysfunction and distortion. So these medicines that are here from the natural world offer us tremendous, not only versatility, but potential for us to truly embody our highest nature and walk our own individual paths of self-mastery. And when we think about patterns, we can go to the concept of sacred geometry, right? And we see these beautiful patterns throughout nature, throughout the natural world, throughout the cosmos. In particular, the nautilus shell is a beautiful representation of this pattern and of this sacred geometry. And I love it because it spirals inward, just like we do when we focus inward on our personal journey of transformation and growth. And so just like in nature, we also have patterns that are formed through our early childhood dynamics and patterning, our family constellations. And these patterns oftentimes have places of limitation, of constriction, of distortion, of dysfunction. And also these patterns are carried through our DNA. And that's one of the most beautiful aspects about this work and about quantum alchemy, quantum living, is that we have the ability right now at this potent time of great shift on the planet, this juncture of time and space, to come into our DNA level of healing and just bring the intention that we have for transformation and illumination all the way back through our lineage, through our generations. So When we're considering patterns of limitation, we can see these either in our physical health and vibrancy and energy, in our relationships, whether they're with our spouses, our loved ones, our children, our family members, our colleagues. We can see these patterns as they show up in our careers, the way that we live. Our bank accounts, right, are wonderful representations of patterning in our relationship to financial abundance and prosperity. So for tonight's alchemy, we're going to be working with Palo Santo oil and chrysocolla for the stone. Palo Santo is a really potent aromatic that's able to come into some of the deepest places of our patterning and trauma, to be able to break up the calcification of energy and unlock the life force that is held within there. And chrysocolla is such a beautiful stone. It has this very blue-green color. There's many different variations. It is a stone of light, of faith, of connecting with our deeper ability and understanding that we have everything within us to be able to heal at the deepest levels. It's also a wonderful stone for bringing the light of love and joy into those places of pain within us, so we can heal and release any trauma that's held there. Great, so go ahead, and even if you don't have Palo Santo, you can choose any of your favorite essential oils, put a drop in your left hand, which receives higher energy, and take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you can feel your energy field, each layer opening up, your energy centers opening, your cells opening, your nadis opening to receive the highest level of light and healing for our time together. Also, these aromatic molecules are moving through our olfactory system and connecting deeply in with our brain, and specifically the amygdala and the limbic system, regulating so much of our physiology, from mood, memory, and emotion to so much more. And this is a way that we can really invite our intention to come into the system, into the brain, into the blood, into the bones, into the marrow, and anchor it through these precious aromatic molecules that are filled with not only the quintessence, the most vital life force of the plant, but all the biochemical activity and chemical constituents that are carried within each drop as well. Chrysocolla, your stone, if you don't have this, that's okay. Go ahead and choose any stone that you would like to use and work with tonight. And you can anoint it, you can hold it in your hands, you can place it on your body. I really like to feel certain crystals here at the third eye, especially at the end of a very busy day. It helps to bring my energy in and ground it in my body, in the earth. So take a deep breath in. As you invite in the clarity of your intention for whatever you would like to transmute, any pattern in your life that you're ready to release and move on from. Now bringing your breath to the Dantian point, about 1.5 inches below your navel. And letting this power center pulsate with light and energy, and inviting a laser line of light to drop down from this area, down through the root chakra, while simultaneously moving down each leg, out through the soles of the feet, and then each line of light, all three converging at the Earth Star chakra and sync. Feeling yourself effortlessly move down each layer of the earth until you connect in with the core crystal. At the very center of Mother Gaia, Inviting your consciousness to rest down in the center of the earth into a sacred chamber of beautiful chrysocolla, beaming emanations of blue-green healing light, filled with tranquility, filled with joy, filled with the light of hope, faith, and trust. Breathe in into the very center of your heart space, inviting in a prayer and blessing of compassion for yourself, for the great courage and strength that you have at your core, at your soul level, to bring any of these patterns to embodiment for transmutation and transformation. Lovingly bless yourself with this compassion as you would the love of your life. Feeling each cell and molecule and particle and subatomic structure settle in a sense of peace and understanding. What is it that you have come to transform? In your heart of hearts, the Holy of Holies of your sacred human heart. What pattern have you brought into this life to bring your love, to bring the light of divine consciousness, to transmute for greater healing, understanding, and the evolution of consciousness upon our sacred planet? Breathe deeply. We call forth the cosmic consciousness and vital life force of Palo Santo and Chrysocolla, and we invite the fullness of your medicine, your spirit, your empowerment, your vibration to anchor and actualize through the totality of our being, through each layer and level, and then holographically throughout our cellular consciousness, subatomic structures, through the portal of our DNA, and into our mother and father bloodlines, so that any patterning that has been held generationally, that is ready to be released, may rise to the surface with grace for transmutation. We invoke the sacred medicine at a potency of 10 mm now. Breathe as these healing frequencies move throughout the totality of your being. And patterns of limitation, of struggle, of scarcity, of sadness, of grief, of loss, of heartache, of lack of love, lack of money, lack of support, lack of nourishment, healthful nourishment, patterns of addiction, abuse, slavery, isolation, separation, abandonment. Invite all patterns ready to be transmuted to rise. Rise as your spirit and soul rises within you. Rise to the truth of who you are as a divine being of light, a co-creative being, here to create heaven upon earth, here to remember the light, the divinity, the sovereignty that is your birthright. Breathe and open. We call forth your mighty I Am presence to guide your healing, your release, your awakening, and your activation. I am that I am. I am divine light in human form. I am that paves a path of illumination, love, light, and divine knowledge for all to follow, find. We are not free until we are all free. Free to express our truth, our light, our creativity, our quintessence, all that is unique and held within each of us, within each cell, within our DNA. Call forth for an activation of any latent light codes and strands of DNA in accordance with our I Am presence now. Beam and breathe as the light grows within you. And put forth your intentions personally and then planetarily. We offer this healing for the earth and all kingdoms of life upon this planet. May we all rise as one in the light, the truth, and the divinity of the I am that I am. So be it. Breathe in any oils left on your hands to complete this circuit of light, this circuit of healing, this new memory cell anchored, rooted, and imprinted throughout your being and your consciousness. And when you are ready, bring yourself back to the present moment.